Welcome back to the Muegas, and today I want us to watch a clip which has been uploaded on Facebook by a person known as Ken Carter.
Where's my father? Nowhere to be fucking found. You know why he was nowhere to be fucking found? Because I just got a relationship with him a few months ago. Because my mom told me my dad wasn't shit to keep me away from my dad. But my dad didn't know. My dad did not. I thought my dad was a bitch ass fuck nigga. Because that's what my mom called him.
Mhm.
My mom didn't know. My mom told my mom. I'm 26, bro. I'm 26. My mom kept me away from my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my fucking father.
Uh, so I'm going to post it there, and I'd like us to unpack because there's a lot of things which have this young man is saying, this 26-year-old man is saying, about the fact that he did not have a relationship with his father because his mom told him that his dad was a B ass nigger. That he told the son that the dad has said uh, that the son was a mistake, and that's why he did not want anything to do with it. And so that brings me to the topic of the day, which is toxic mothers. There are a lot of single women, or there are a lot of single mothers out here who are single mothers, uh, let me say, because of their choice, because of who they are as a people. They are bitter, they are, for lack of a better word, toxic, right? So when they break up with the father of their child, they make it a point, they make it a mission to poison the child's mind against the father. Remember, the father does not have a problem with the child. The father has a problem with the mother of his child. So the woman goes out of her way to ensure that she has poisoned the child against the father. I will post a link to the video, which is on Facebook, so that you can go and look at the whole story, and you will realize that the father had actually spent most of that time, most of those 26 years, trying to get in contact, in touch with the child. In fact, the mother would tell the child that the father was not paying child support, but when the son got in contact with the father brought the receipts, envelopes upon envelopes of proof that he was paying child support. Don't you see what you're doing to the child? Right? The child is the one who is suffering because the child wants to have a relationship with his father. However, you go out of your way to ensure that this child is poisoned against the father. What do you think will happen when the child learns the truth, as this young man did? What do you think happens? You will poison, you will try and influence and do all these sort of things to try to keep a child away from the father because you are bitter, because he did something to you. It might have been a hurtful thing that he did, but remember, uh, whatever was done to you, not to the child. There are a lot of mothers out here, even those who are still with their husbands, who take every opportunity to influence the child against the father, to say bad things about the father. Oh, look, your father is a drunkard. Oh, look, your father does not provide food in the house. Oh, look, your father is this, your father is this. Every little opportunity to degrade the man of the house. What value does it add to your life when you minimize the other person, the partner? Why would you poison a child against the father when the father has no ill feelings or no ill thought towards the child? The father wants to be in the child's life, wants to, influence the child in a way that a father is supposed to. But the mother comes in between and, poisons the whole pond. A lot has been said about deadbeat fathers, about fathers who do not provide for their kids, about fathers this, fathers that, fathers that. But nobody wants to talk about why are these fathers behaving the way they are behaving. I am not excusing all men of responsibility. There are stupid and toxic men out here. I am not going to defend their action in any way. Okay? There are very silly and stupid men out here who go out there and become fathers, and then they make very stupid decisions. I am not talking about them. I'm talking about these men who are really trying to connect with their children, to do what must be done as a father. Remember, most breakups are initiated by women. You can get that from the statistics on divorce. And this is the married ones. About 80 to 90% of divorces are initiated by women. So that, in my mind, translates to all relationships between men and women. So 80 to 90% of the time, it is the woman who ends the relationship. And then you end the relationship because of whatever mess the man made or whatever you think the man did against you. And now you actively engage in poisoning the child against the father. When the father did nothing against the child, maybe the man cheated, the husband cheated. He did not cheat against the child. The person he hurt was you, not the child. But women, being the emotional being they are, they feel or they think that when they poison the child against the father, then that will bring the father down. And it actually does. So it is payback, especially to men who love their children, right? Women out here are crying, saying, this guy impregnated me. I'm trying to get him to connect with the child. I'm trying to get him to support the child. He has disappeared. There are women out here actively trying to get the man involved, to get the man engaged. Then there are another bunch who are actively doing the opposite. The man is the one who wants to get with the child, but the woman is the one who brings the roadblocks. Why is that the case? That if you break up with a man and the man does not give a hoot about you or your baby, you spend so much time trying to follow him. Yet when you break up with a man and he really loves and wants to be engaged with the child, you actively make it impossible for that person to do that. You'll find a woman with 2 baby daddies, right? One baby daddy does not give a hoot about his child. He does not give a hoot about the mother, yet the mother is out there actively following up on this man. You have to be engaged. You have to be engaged in your child's life. Your child needs you. And then you have the other child whom the father cares for. The father wants to be involved, wants to be engaged, and the woman is actively keeping the child away from the father. What's wrong with this kind of women? You are ruining it for the rest of you. Because men out here just see the way you are playing clowns, the way you are behaving and misbehaving, and they don't want to get with you, okay? Because of the way you are behaving and misbehaving. So you kept a child away from the father. What did you gain? What did you gain? I will go ahead and say that you actually lose, because when the child knows the truth that you kept the father away from him or her, the child will not forgive you. So you'll spend the rest of your life trying to guilt the child into forgiving you, trying to say, oh, you know how he hurt me, you know this, you know that. Is nonsense. That does not even come into play. That does not even matter. It does not matter what he did to you. He did not do it to his child. So let us bring fathers back into our children's lives. The child wants the father. The child needs a father.